Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to How to Be a Boss channel. And today I want to talk to you about men who are trying to shortcut their way to success in their professional lives. If you use any form of social media, then it might be hard to avoid seeing a plethora of trading experts which have sprung up. They are prevalent on Twitter and most notably on Instagram, where they can post photos of their supposed successful trades. The question is, why are these gentlemen trying to convince the mass users of social media that they are master traders? The answer lies in the fact that they want to impress the women of the world, who will be drawn to them like moths to the flame once they see the success they are having. For the point of this topic, we're going to ignore any forms of illegal forms of side hustles, but there are many legal side hustles which men participate in. There are setting up an Amazon or eBay product selling business. There are blogging or vlogging websites, or becoming a social influencer, and countless other side hustles which I haven't mentioned here. The main issue with all these side hustles is they take a lot of hard work, and it takes time to show your daily profits unless you've got really big and are taking thousands of orders to cover the overhead costs of the business. If you're a trader, then it's very easy to show daily profits and loss, which is very appealing to these men who want to shortcut their way to professional success. In this video, I'll explain 3 gentlemen who tried to con the public into believing they were master traders, where they lived the high life, got all the girls, but then they were found out and they were put in jail for their crimes. The first guy is Alex Hope, who formerly worked as a Wembley Stadium catering manager before reinventing himself as a foreign exchange trader. Between March 2011 and April 2012, Hope took more than 5 million from investors, of which more than 2 million went on his own personal expenses. Hope promised his investors that he could double their money in a few months if they were to invest with him, and he must have been quite the salesman to get all these wealthy clients to part with £5 million. Obviously, the main aim of this was to live a baller lifestyle where the women came to him, and in fact that actually did happen to Mr. Hope. Hope became a minor celebrity in the UK after spending £200,000 on a round of drinks at a Liverpool nightclub where he was surrounded by attractive women. Legend has it that he spent £125,000 on a double bottle of Armand de Champagne, as well as a further bottle of champagne and vodka. However, it wasn't long before the Financial Conduct Authority started looking into Hope's activities after complaints from several investors who had received no return on their money. Eventually, Mr. Hope was found guilty of defrauding investors out of 5 million and was jailed for 7 years. The second guy on this list is called Sam Cooke, who was an 18-year-old guy who had dyslexia and only came out of high school with 2 GCSEs. He claimed he had a natural aptitude for the stock and currency markets and managed to turn 2,000 loan he had received from his dad into 21 million. From March 2014 to July 2014, Mr. Cooke said he turned £2,000 into 6 million. Then by December 2014, he had turned the 6 million into 21 million. His claims led newspapers to run stories with the following headlines: Meeting the Plymouth teenager who turned £2,000 into 21 million in a year and still shops in Lidl. And how he had bought a 165,000 Ferrari, a 120,000 watch, and was aiming to have £2 billion by the time he was 50. Unfortunately, this led to police detectives picking up on the story and investigating his claims, which they found to be inaccurate. They found that the Ferrari he posed in was not real, and all the money had come from friends or work colleagues of his parents who had lent him £110,000 expecting to double their investment. In reality, Mr. Cook had taken the money and invested in himself by taking holidays and living a lavish lifestyle on their money. This is another story where Mr. Cook was a master salesman and even told newspapers that he had developed his own trading software which allowed him to place three-way bets, and that he'd been offered 59 million for the non-existent software which placed three-way bets. It's quite easy to see how people might have believed what Mr. Cook was saying when he made such extravagant claims. However, it all caught up to Mr. Cook as he was jailed for 26 months for fraud. The final person on this list is Elijah Ofaseo, who supposedly used his university loans to trade in binary options and become a millionaire. Binary options is like betting on sports, where you bet on a financial market to be up or down after a specific period of time. Elijah used Instagram to project a wealthy lifestyle where he posed with luxury cars, planes, houses and girls to try and convince everyone that he was a millionaire trader earning £30,000 in a bad month and 90,000 in a good month. The purpose of these photos on Instagram was to lure people into buying a subscription with his trading companies called Dreams Come True. Elijah would provide you with a referral link which you would need to sign up to via a betting company, which he would then get a commission from. You would also provide him with a monthly fee for the trading signals which you would bet on with the suggested company. But obviously these signals were terrible and no clients would win with him. He did build this into his business model, as he obviously knew that people wouldn't win with his signals. So what he did was he got other Instagram people that he paid to write about how much money they were making, which was obviously fake. To try and cover his tracks, he would also block any user who would let the world know that the system was worthless. And he also bought many followers to lie and tell the world that they actually were having success with him. It wasn't long before all the lies and scamming caught up to Elijah, as he was taken to court where the judge revealed that he didn't have any evidence of money or trading success and was jailed for 2.5 years. In conclusion, what have these stories taught us? They have taught us that there is no shortcut to success, and just because you have a desire for a lavish lifestyle and beautiful women doesn't mean that you can steal, lie and cheat to get there. These men took advantage of social media to portray a lifestyle that they were not living in the hopes of securing more investment for gullible individuals in the hope of doubling their money. If you want an opulent lifestyle with the best of everything, then it's going to take sacrifice and hard work, where you have to work long hours for years and years before you see the fruits of your labour. Don't be a fool and try and shortcut your way there, as you'll only end up in jail like these gentlemen.